Ladies and gentlemen, happiness is a journey that begins within ourselves. It's about embracing who we are, finding peace in our own company, and discovering joy in the simplicity of life. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means having the opportunity to connect deeply with yourself, to explore your thoughts, passions, and dreams without distraction. The first step to being happy alone is to cultivate a sense of self-worth. Recognize that your value is not defined by the presence of others, but by the way you view and treat yourself. Celebrate your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and remember that you are enough just as you are. Spend time understanding what truly makes you happy. It could be a creative hobby, learning something new, or simply enjoying the beauty of nature. These small joys remind us that happiness isn't something to be sought in the outside world, but found in the everyday moments we create for ourselves. Develop a relationship with yourself as you would with a close friend. Listen to your inner voice, nurture your needs, and treat yourself with kindness and patience. Allow yourself the freedom to explore your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Solitude is not an absence of connection, but a deeper, more meaningful connection with yourself. When you're alone, you have the chance to focus on personal growth. You can set goals, reflect on your achievements, and learn from your experiences. This self-reflection helps you grow stronger, more resilient, and more confident in your ability to navigate life. As you grow, you'll realize that happiness comes not from having constant company, but from building a life that feels fulfilling and aligned with who you are. Being alone also teaches you independence. It shows you that you are capable of taking care of yourself, making decisions, and finding your path. This sense of independence is empowering and liberating, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Life is filled with challenges, but when you learn to be happy alone, you become your greatest source of strength and support. You learn to face difficulties with courage, knowing that you have the inner resources to overcome them. You discover that happiness is not a fleeting emotion, but a steady, enduring state of mind that you cultivate through your actions and choices. Cherish the silence, embrace the stillness, and celebrate the beauty of your own company. You have the power to create a life filled with joy, meaning, and purpose, even when you are alone. Happiness is not about who is around you, it's about how you feel when you're with yourself. Be your own source of light, and you'll find that your world shines brightly no matter who is or isn't by your side. At the heart of finding happiness alone lies the principle of personal responsibility. To truly thrive in solitude, you must take full ownership of your life, your choices, actions, and their consequences. This is not about blaming yourself for every misstep, but about recognizing that ultimately the quality of your life depends on the effort you put into it. No one else can carry the burden of your happiness. It is a responsibility that falls squarely on your shoulders. Start by understanding that happiness is not something passively given to you by others or by circumstances. It's not a gift to be received, but a skill to be cultivated. Taking responsibility for your well-being means shifting your mindset from one of dependence to one of empowerment. When you stop waiting for external factors to bring you joy and instead focus on actively creating it, you regain control over your life. This process begins with self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your habits, routines, and thought patterns. Are they contributing to your sense of fulfillment, or are they holding you back? For example, if you find yourself constantly procrastinating, stuck in negative thought loops, or engaging in behaviors that erode your confidence, recognize that these are areas where you have the power to intervene. Commit to making deliberate changes, even if they are small at first. Establishing routines and structure is a practical way to take responsibility for your well-being. A well-organized day provides a sense of stability and purpose, even when you're alone. Set a time to wake up, make your bed, and outline your priorities for the day. This might seem mundane, but these simple acts signal to yourself that you are in charge of your life. They create a foundation upon which greater achievements can be built. Over time, these small victories accumulate, fostering a sense of accomplishment and self-worth. Another critical aspect of responsibility is setting goals and working toward them. Goals give your life direction and meaning. These don't have to be grand or life-changing. They can be as simple as finishing a book, learning a skill, or improving your physical fitness. The act of setting and pursuing goals reinforces the belief that you have agency in your life, and achieving them boosts your confidence. Moreover, the process itself, showing up for yourself consistently, teaches you discipline and builds a strong sense of trust in your own capabilities. Taking responsibility also means managing your mental and emotional health. This involves acknowledging your feelings without letting them dominate your life. If you're feeling lonely or sad, it's okay to feel that way. But instead of succumbing to despair, ask yourself what you can do to address those feelings constructively. This might involve journaling, meditating, or reaching out to a trusted friend for a meaningful conversation. The key is not to rely on others to fix your emotions, but to take proactive steps to understand and manage them yourself. Physical health is another cornerstone of well-being, and it's entirely within your control. Prioritize activities like eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. These habits are not only beneficial for your body, but also have a profound impact on your mood and energy levels. When you take care of your body, you're sending a message to yourself that you are worth the effort. This reinforces a positive self-image and creates a foundation for enduring happiness. Finally, taking responsibility for your well-being means accepting that life isn't always fair or easy. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and challenges. Instead of blaming others or the world for your struggles, focus on what you can control in those situations. How can you adapt? What lessons can you learn? By adopting this mindset, you transform adversity into an opportunity for growth, further strengthening your resilience and sense of autonomy. When you take responsibility for your own well-being, you free yourself from the expectation that others must fulfill you. This doesn't mean you don't value relationships, but it means your happiness is not contingent on them. You become self-sufficient, capable of finding joy, purpose, and meaning in your own company. In doing so, you unlock a deeper, more sustainable form of happiness, one that comes not from the outside world, but from within yourself. The environment you live in profoundly affects your mental state, often more than you realize. When your surroundings are chaotic, cluttered, or disorganized, your mind mirrors the disorder. Thoughts become scattered, focus wanes, and stress escalates. On the other hand, creating order in your physical environment fosters clarity, calmness, and a sense of control. Taking charge of your space is not just about aesthetics, it's about establishing a foundation for mental well-being and personal growth. The first step to ordering your environment is recognizing the connection between your external world and your internal world. A cluttered desk or a messy room is more than an inconvenience, it reflects and reinforces a cluttered mind. When you walk into a disorganized space, your brain subconsciously processes every item out of place, adding to cognitive load. This background noise can make it harder to focus, relax, or feel a sense of accomplishment. By addressing the external disorder, you create a mental state that is more conducive to productivity, creativity, and peace. Start small. Identify one area in your home or workspace that feels chaotic and commit to bringing it into order. Perhaps it's your desk, your kitchen counter, or your bedroom. Begin by decluttering, remove items that no longer serve a purpose or bring you joy. Letting go of unnecessary possessions not only clears physical space, but also symbolizes the mental act of releasing what no longer benefits you. This act of deliberate simplification can be incredibly liberating, providing a sense of immediate relief and clarity. Once you've decluttered, focus on organizing. Everything in your space should have a designated place. Use containers, shelves, or drawers to store items neatly, ensuring they are easy to find and return. This order eliminates the frustration of searching for misplaced belongings and creates a sense of harmony in your surroundings. When your physical space is orderly, your mind feels less burdened by trivial concerns, freeing it to focus on what truly matters. Maintaining order requires discipline. It's not a one-time task, but a daily practice. Commit to simple habits like tidying up before bed, putting things away immediately after use, and regularly visiting areas prone to clutter. These habits, while small, reinforce the idea that you have control over your environment. This sense of control translates to a broader confidence in managing other aspects of your life. The benefits of ordering your environment extend far beyond its immediate impact. A clean, organized space fosters a sense of pride and respect for yourself. It creates a positive feedback loop. When your surroundings feel intentional and cared for, you feel motivated to maintain that standard in other areas of your life. This ripple effect can influence your work, relationships, and personal goals. Moreover, an orderly environment encourages mindfulness. When your space is free of unnecessary distractions, you can fully immerse yourself in the present moment. A tidy workspace allows for deep focus. A clear kitchen invites creativity in cooking, and an uncluttered living room provides a peaceful retreat for relaxation. By intentionally curating your surroundings, you create a sanctuary that supports your mental and emotional well. Order in your environment also promotes emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable and external chaos is inevitable. However, when your immediate surroundings are in order, you create a sense of stability amid the uncertainty. This stability acts as a grounding force, helping you navigate challenges with a clearer mind and a steadier demeanor. For those who live alone, ordering your environment takes on an even deeper significance. Your space is a reflection of your relationship with yourself. Taking the time to clean, organize, and beautify your surroundings demonstrates self-respect and self-care. It shows that you value your own company enough to create a space that nurtures and uplifts you. Beyond the physical aspects, ordering your environment can lead to profound psychological and emotional growth. The act of bringing order is a metaphor for taking charge of your life. It's a reminder that even when external circumstances feel beyond your control, you always have the power to influence your immediate surroundings. This realization can be incredibly empowering, fostering a sense of agency and optimism. In essence, ordering your environment is about more than tidying up. It's about creating a life that feels intentional and balanced. It's about recognizing that the physical spaces we inhabit are extensions of our inner world. By cultivating order in our surroundings, we invite clarity, focus, and peace into our minds. This alignment between the external and internal opens the door to a deeper sense of fulfillment and well-being. In life, there is often a tempting pull toward what is expedient, the quick fix, the easy path, the immediate gratification. These choices promise relief or pleasure in the short term, but rarely contribute to lasting fulfillment. On the other hand, pursuing what is meaningful requires effort, discipline, and often sacrifice. Yet it is through this pursuit that we discover purpose, resilience, and genuine happiness. To find meaning in solitude or any circumstance, we must resist the lure of expediency and focus on the deeper, more enduring goals that bring richness to our lives. To pursue what is meaningful, you must first define what meaningful looks like to you. This is a deeply personal endeavor. Meaning is not dictated by societal norms or fleeting trends. It is grounded in your values, passions, and the legacy you want to leave behind. It could be building a skill, nurturing a creative talent, contributing to a cause you believe in, or striving to be the best version of yourself. Meaningful pursuits align with who you are at your core, offering a sense of purpose that transcends momentary satisfaction. The challenge of pursuing what is meaningful lies in its demand for patience and perseverance. Unlike expedient pleasures, which provide instant rewards, meaningful goals often require delayed gratification. Consider the effort involved in mastering a skill or achieving a long-term dream. It may take months or even years of practice, setbacks, and learning from failure. The process is not always pleasant, but it is profoundly rewarding. Every step forward reinforces your sense of capability and strengthens your resolve. This pursuit also requires you to confront discomfort and challenge yourself. Meaningful endeavors often involve stepping outside your comfort zone, embracing uncertainty, and taking risks. For example, if you aspire to write a book, start a business, or learn an instrument, you will likely face moments of doubt, frustration, and fear of failure. Expediency might tempt you to give up or settle for less, but the meaningful paths you to persist. It is through these struggles that you grow, not just in skill, but in character and confidence. Pursuing meaning over expediency also cultivates a sense of responsibility. Meaningful goals are rarely achieved in isolation from the realities of life. They often involve contributing to others, building something larger than yourself, or upholding commitments. This responsibility can feel heavy at times, but it also brings a profound sense of purpose. When you recognize that your efforts matter not just to you, but to the world around you, it instills a sense of pride and fulfillment that quick pleasures can never replicate. Another aspect of pursuing meaning is learning to delay gratification. Expedient choices often promise quick relief from boredom, stress, or discomfort, but they rarely lead to lasting contentment. Consider how easy it is to scroll mindlessly through social media, binge watch television, or indulge in unhealthy habits to escape the challenges of the moment. These activities may feel good in the short term, but they leave you unfulfilled in the long run. By contrast, dedicating that time to meaningful pursuits, whether it's reading, creating, or working on a personal project, builds a sense of accomplishment and growth that lingers far beyond the moment. Living meaningfully also helps you find resilience in solitude. When you are alone, the absence of external distractions or validation can feel daunting. Expediency might lead you to fill the silence with superficial entertainment or fleeting distractions. However, pursuing meaningful activities during this time, journaling, self-reflection, learning a new skill, or working on a goal turns solitude into an opportunity for personal transformation. You begin to see being alone not as a void, but as a space for growth, discovery, and self-connection. Pursuing meaning does not mean abandoning joy or rejecting leisure. Rather, it is about prioritizing the long term over the immediate and the substantive over the shallow. It's about choosing what truly matters to you, even if it requires more effort. The satisfaction of building a meaningful life far outweighs the fleeting pleasures of expediency. When you engage in meaningful activities, you create lasting memories, develop valuable skills, and deepen your sense of self-worth. The pursuit of meaning also aligns your life with your values. Expediency often pulls you in directions that contradict your deeper principles, cutting corners, avoiding challenges, or chasing empty rewards. Choosing meaning, however, grounds you in what truly matters. It requires integrity, discipline, and self-awareness, which are the foundations of a fulfilling life. Ultimately, pursuing what is meaningful over what is expedient shapes not only your happiness, but also your character. It teaches you to value effort over ease, purpose over pleasure, and depth over superficiality. It helps you grow into someone you can respect and admire, someone who can find joy and contentment even in solitude. Meaningful pursuits transform life from a series of fleeting distractions into a rich, purposeful journey. To live meaningfully is to embrace the understanding that the most important things in life, personal growth, creativity, love, and contribution, requires sustained effort and dedication. The rewards are worth it, not because they are easy, but because they are earned. When you focus on what is meaningful, you create a life of depth and purpose. One where happiness arises not from fleeting pleasures, but from the profound satisfaction of living in alignment with your highest ideals. Solitude can be a daunting concept for many. It often forces us to confront thoughts and feelings we've been avoiding, unveiling vulnerabilities and insecurities we may not wish to face. But the fear of solitude is not something to run from, it is something to address, embrace, and ultimately overcome. By facing your fears of being alone head on, you transform solitude from a source of discomfort into an opportunity for profound personal growth, resilience, and self discovery. The first step in overcoming the fear of solitude is to acknowledge it without judgment. Fear thrives in avoidance. Many people keep themselves perpetually busy or surrounded by others to escape the discomfort of being alone with their thoughts. While this strategy may provide temporary relief, it only postpones the inevitable reckoning. Acknowledge that being alone can be challenging because it removes the distractions that keep deeper fears at bay. This recognition is the first step toward growth. Solitude often amplifies insecurities. In the quiet, you may confront self-doubt, feelings of unworthiness, or unresolved emotions from past experiences. This can feel overwhelming, but remember, these fears and insecurities already exist within you. Solitude is not creating them, it's revealing them. Facing these feelings directly is an act of courage, and it's the only way to truly heal and move forward. Begin this process by creating intentional moments of solitude. Set aside time to be alone, free from distractions like phones, social media, or television. During these moments, allow yourself to simply be. This might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to constant stimulation or external validation. However, with practice, you'll discover that being alone with your thoughts is not something to fear, but a skill to cultivate. Use this time to explore your inner world. Journaling can be an excellent tool for this. Write down your fears, anxieties, and thoughts about being alone. What exactly about solitude feels unsettling? Are you afraid of boredom, loneliness, or confronting unresolved emotions? Naming your fears takes away some of their power and gives you a clearer sense of what you're dealing with. Meditation is another powerful way to face your fears of solitude. By sitting quietly and observing your thoughts without judgment, you learn that they are just that, thoughts. They do not define you, and you do not have to act on them. This practice builds emotional resilience and helps you cultivate a sense of peace within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. As you spend more time in solitude, you'll begin to notice patterns in your thoughts and emotions. This self-awareness is invaluable. It allows you to identify negative thought loops or unhelpful beliefs that may be contributing to your fear of being alone. For example, you might discover that you've internalized the idea that solitude equals loneliness, or that your worth is tied to being in the company of others. Once you recognize these patterns, you can begin to challenge and reframe them. Facing the fear of solitude also involves redefining what it means to be alone. Many people equate solitude with isolation or loneliness, but these are not the same. Solitude is a choice. Loneliness is a lack of connection. By reframing solitude as an opportunity to connect with yourself rather than a state of deprivation, you can shift your perspective. Instead of fearing solitude, you may come to value it as a time for reflection, growth, and rejuvenation. Embracing solitude also means learning to enjoy your own company. This might feel unnatural at first, especially if you've always relied on others for entertainment, comfort, or validation. But the more you engage in activities you love by yourself, reading, painting, walking in nature, or trying something new, the more you'll realize that you can be a source of joy and fulfillment for yourself. Facing your fears of solitude doesn't mean rejecting the importance of human connection. Relationships are vital to a fulfilling life. However, by confronting your fears and finding peace in your own company, you free yourself from the need to rely on others to fill emotional voids. This independence makes your relationships healthier and more balanced because they are based on mutual respect and shared joy, not a fear of being alone. Another important aspect of confronting solitude is understanding that discomfort is part of growth. Fear often signals the edge of your comfort zone, the place where meaningful change happens. By leaning into the discomfort of solitude rather than retreating from it, you expand your capacity for self-reliance and resilience. Over time, what once felt intimidating becomes familiar, and what once seemed unbearable becomes a source of strength. Solitude also provides a unique opportunity to clarify your values and priorities. Without the noise of external influences, you can ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What kind of life do I want to build? These questions are difficult to answer amid constant distraction, but solitude creates the space for deep introspection and honest self-assessment. Ultimately, facing your fears of solitude head-on is an act of self-empowerment. It is a declaration that you are willing to confront the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, and that you are capable of finding peace and happiness within yourself. Solitude, when embraced, becomes a gift rather than a burden, a time to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. When you conquer your fear of being alone, you unlock a profound sense of freedom. You realize that your happiness and sense of self-worth are not dependent on others, but rooted in your relationship with yourself. This realization is transformative. It allows you to approach life with greater confidence, independence, and authenticity. Solitude no longer becomes something to fear, but a powerful tool for growth, healing, and self-discovery. One of the most profound and life-changing pursuits you can undertake is strengthening your relationship with yourself. At its core, this involves developing a deep understanding of who you are, accepting yourself fully, and nurturing your inner world with care and intention. Unlike relationships with others, which may come and go, your relationship with yourself is lifelong. It is the foundation upon which all other aspects of your life are built. When this foundation is strong, it provides a sense of stability, confidence, and peace, even in solitude. Strengthening your relationship with yourself begins with self-awareness. Take the time to explore who you truly are, beyond the expectations of others or societal roles. Reflect on your values, beliefs, strengths, and weaknesses. What are your passions? What motivates you? What makes you feel alive? These questions are not always easy to answer, but they are crucial. Self-awareness allows you to connect with your authentic self rather than a version shaped by external pressures. Journaling can be an invaluable tool in this process. Writing down your thoughts, feelings, and experiences helps you clarify your emotions and identify patterns in your behavior. Over time, journaling can reveal insights about yourself that you may not have been conscious of. It's a private space where you can be honest, vulnerable, and free from judgment, a key step in cultivating a stronger connection with yourself. Another essential aspect of building a better relationship with yourself is self-acceptance. Many people struggle with self-criticism, comparing themselves to others, or focusing on perceived flaws. These habits erode self-esteem and create a sense of inadequacy. To strengthen your relationship with yourself, you must practice self-compassion. Acknowledge that you are human, imperfect, and worthy of love and respect just as you are. Speak to yourself as you would a dear friend, encouraging, understanding, and supportive. Part of self-acceptance also involves making peace with your past. Everyone carries regrets, mistakes, and painful experiences. While these can be difficult to confront, they are also opportunities for growth. Reflect on what you've learned from these moments and how they have shaped you into the person you are today. Forgive yourself for any missteps and recognize that your worth is not defined by your past, but by how you choose to move forward. Cultivating self-care is another vital component of strengthening your relationship with yourself. Self-care is not just about indulgence or pampering, it's about intentionally prioritizing your well-being. This includes taking care of your physical health through regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate sleep. It also means nurturing your mental and emotional health by setting boundaries, engaging in activities that bring you joy, and giving yourself permission to rest when needed. When you care for yourself, you send a powerful message that you value your own needs and deserve kindness. Learning to enjoy your own company is a transformative step in this journey. Many people feel uncomfortable being alone because they equate solitude with loneliness. However, when you have a strong relationship with yourself, solitude becomes an opportunity for connection rather than isolation. Spend time doing activities you love by yourself, reading, hiking, cooking, or pursuing a creative hobby. These moments remind you that you are capable of creating happiness and fulfillment on your own. Setting goals and working toward them is another way to build a deeper connection with yourself. Goals give your life direction and purpose, and achieving them reinforces your sense of competence and self-trust. Start with small, manageable objectives and celebrate your progress along the way. These accomplishments are a testament to your abilities and commitment to your own growth. Strengthening your relationship with yourself also means addressing and challenging negative self-talk. Pay attention to the inner dialogue that runs through your mind. Is it kind and constructive, or is it overly critical and harsh? Replace negative thoughts with affirmations that reflect your worth and potential. This doesn't mean ignoring areas for improvement, but approaching them with a growth mindset rather than self-condemnation. Developing hobbies and interests that are uniquely yours can further enrich your relationship with yourself. These pursuits provide a sense of identity and personal fulfillment, independent of external validation. Whether it's learning a new skill, exploring a creative outlet, or deepening your knowledge in a particular area, these activities allow you to invest in yourself and discover new dimensions of who you are. Another powerful way to connect with yourself is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices encourage you to be present in the moment, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Mindfulness helps you develop a deeper awareness of your inner world, fostering a sense of calm and clarity. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to tune into your needs, desires, and intuition. Building a strong relationship with yourself also involves celebrating your uniqueness. Embrace what sets you apart, your quirks, talents, and perspectives. Stop seeking external approval and start valuing your own opinion of yourself. When you honor your individuality, you cultivate a sense of authenticity that is liberating and empowering. Finally, strengthening your relationship with yourself requires patience and persistence. Like any relationship, it takes time and effort to build trust, understanding, and love. There will be moments of doubt or setbacks, but these are part of the process. Be gentle with yourself and remain committed to your journey. When you strengthen the relationship with yourself, you unlock a profound source of inner stability and resilience. You become less reliant on external circumstances or relationships for validation and happiness. Instead, you carry a sense of wholeness within you, allowing you to face challenges with confidence and navigate solitude with grace. This self-sufficiency is not only empowering, but also the foundation for a life of authenticity, purpose, and enduring joy.